I have a little bit of a black eye, but it's not very evident.
Right, left. Oh!
Hi everyone, my name is Alberto, and in this video we're gonna learn some Japanese by watching anime. Dragon Ball. Oh, I really love it. The scene we're gonna take a look at is the one where Vegeta gets very mad. He jumps in the air and throws the Gallic gun towards the earth. He wants to blow all the earth up. And then Goku, boom, counters him with a powerful Kamehameha. This is gonna be great. I really like this scene. It's very emotional. Vegeta is very mad. The Japanese we'll be studying in this scene is not very easy, but I can assure you it's gonna be interesting and fun. And you're gonna learn a lot. So, let's take a look. You know, in Japanese there's 5 levels, 5 being the lowest one, 1 being the highest one. I've just finished N2, so I'm about to begin N1. So, anyway, I might make a mistake. You have to know, my English is not perfect, my Japanese is definitely not perfect, but I'll try my best and I hope that you have fun. This is great. This is awesome. He gets so mad. Okay, mo konna hoshi nado iru mon ka. Mo. Mo means already or still. But the thing is that in this phrase, he begins with mo. And this, from a Spanish or an English grammar point of view, doesn't make much sense. Because mo is usually used, for instance, you know, taberu is the verb to eat, tabeta is the past form. So if you say mo tabeta no, that means have you already eaten or you already ate. Iku is the verb to go, ita is the past tense. So mo ita no, have you already been there or did you already go? Something like that. So here he begins the phrase with mo, which again doesn't make much sense from our point of view, but Japanese sometimes do this when they want to emphasize what's coming after. Like already this blah 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 blah. So mo konna. Konna means this one. Sonna means that one. So mo konna hoshi. Hoshi means planet or star. If you've seen Dragon Ball, you already know that Saiyans come to a planet, destroy everything, kill everyone, and then sell the planet. So he's referring to Earth as a star because he's also very mad. This is in this context. So mo konna hoshi nado means like this. So a star like this or a planet like this in this case. Mo already konna, this one, hoshi, planet, nado like this, a planet like this. Iru, which means to need. Iru monka. Monka is a construction used to emphasize in a negative way what's been said before. There's another scene in Dragon Ball that I really like where Vegeta is very mad at Goku and he says, Yuruseru monka, settai ni. Yuruseru means to forgive. Yuruseru monka, settai ni. So this could be translated as something like, are you talking about forgiving him? There's no way. Settai ni means definitely not. So are we talking about needing this planet? There's no way. So iru monka, are you talking about needing this? Whatever comes before the iru, because you know Japanese place the verb at the end. Yuruseru monka, are you talking about forgiving him? But always in a negative way. So mo konna hoshi nado iru monka. So I don't need a planet like this anymore. But he finishes the sentence with ka. Ka is a particle for questions. So he is like asking this in a rhetorical, in a sarcastic way, so to speak. Very interesting phrase. It doesn't have a direct translation to English, but I hope you got the idea. Let's take a look at this. This is just great. Okay, after this first phrase, he says Chikyu Morotomo. So this second phrase is a little bit more difficult. I had to ask my teacher for some help because there was a part that I didn't really get what he was saying. So he goes Chikyu Morotomo konagona ni uchikudaite kureru so. This is a difficult phrase. This is like native level. It's almost impossible for a foreigner to say a phrase like this unless he's been here like for 20 years. Let's analyze this. Chikyu means earth. Morotomo means along with, so along with earth. Kona kona ni Konagona means into tiny pieces. It's an onomatopoeia, they use them a lot. Japanese people really like them. I did a presentation recently about the differences between gestures and mannerisms and expressions between Spanish, Japanese, and Chinese. And Spanish, we use more expressions with crazy comparisons. Like, we make it absurd, something like that. That's very common in the Spanish language. But Japanese use more onomatopoeia, like konagona, mochi mochi, peko peko, bera bera, toki doki, things like that. So, back to the phrase, chikyu, earth, morotomo, along with earth, konagona ni, into tiny pieces. And now comes a verb that I didn't know. My professor had to explain this one to me, which is uchikudaku. Chikudaku is a verb that means to smash something. He's using also the te kureru form, is attached to a verb, and that has the meaning of doing something for someone. So the meaning of this phrase would be, I'll smash earth into pieces as a favor. Okay, let's keep on watching this. Now he goes like wa. So, chikyu morotomo konagona ni uchikudaite kureru wa. That wa is, again, a particle that's used to emphasize what's said before. And this is very, very Japanese. I thought he was saying zo, but he's saying wa. I don't know why. I think in the manga he says so, because I also looked at the manga. So, chikyu morotomo konagona ni uchikudaite kureru wa. Boom! Very Japanese expression. Nandato, nan, that nan is the nani, the what. Like, what are you saying? Nandato, this is very used in anime. So, yokerareru mono nara yokete miro. Yokerareru is the verb yokeru. Yokeru means to dodge. And if you add rareru, this becomes to be able to dodge. So in Japanese, if you add eru or rareru to some verbs, it becomes to be able to. Like taberu, to eat, taberareru, to be able to eat. Iku, to go, ikeru, to be able to go. Kau, to buy, kaeru, to be able to buy. So, yokeru, to dodge, yokerareru, to be able to dodge. Mononara, if we add mononara to this form, this is so interesting, because this becomes, if you are able to dodge this, and this is used in anime many times, when you are like challenging the other person. Or this can also be used in a regular conversation to talk about a very difficult or almost impossible situation. Namekusei ni ikeru mono nara. Namekusei, you know, the planet Namek from Dragon Ball. Namekusei ni ikeru mono nara. If I could go to Namek, honto ni ikitai yo. Zettai ni ikitai. Definitely I want to go. Yokerareru mono nara yokete miro. That yokeru is again the verb to dodge. And if you add te, it's like the imperative form. And if you add miru, that means to try to do something. So if I say tabete mitte, tabete, taberu, te, miru, mitte. Try to eat this. Or itte mitte, iku, itte. Iku means to go, itte mitte, like try to go there. But here he's not using the te mitte, that as I was using. He's using the te miro. Miro is like more informal, more casual, like again anime style. Or maybe, you know, in between friends you might use this kind of Japanese. Kisama wa tasukatte mo chikyu wa gona gona da. Kisama is you, but in a very, again, in an anime way. Kisama taskaru. Taskaru means to help. Kisama tasukatte mo, even if you try to help. Chikyu wa, chikyu, you know, earth wa, the particle, the subject particle. Gona gona da, like will be blown into pieces. So yeah, da, you know, the verb to be. So the earth is going to be blown into pieces even if you try to help. Kangaeta na chikusho! Chikusho means damn it. I'm sure you've already heard that in other anime scenes. And then we have kangaeru. Kangaeru means to think. Kangaeta na means, in this case, you have thought this, haven't you? Kangaeta na chikusho! Or you're thinking about that, aren't you? Okay, kakeru. Kakeru means to gamble. Shikanai is the construction that in this case becomes shikane, which is more informal. Means there's nothing else. Like there's no other thing I can do. Kakeru shikane. So I cannot do anything else but to gamble and try to, try to stop this. San bai kaioken. San, 3, bai, 3 times. Remember, in Japanese, there are counters for everything. So, bai in this case means 3 times. Bai is the counter for the number of times. So, ni bai 2 times, san bai 3 times, yon bai 4 times. And then kaioken, kaioken, you know what that is. Kamehameha! Kamehameha da! This is the Kamehameha. Boom! There we go. Da, the verb to be, remember. Ore no gyaiko wa zettai kuitomeraren zo. Okay, this is a difficult verb, kuitomeraren. Ore means me. Ore no is mine, indicating this relationship, this possession. Ore no gyak ho. Gyalik is, the attack of Vegeta's attack. Zettai, absolutely. Like we talked before, yuruseru mon ka zettai ni. No way I'm going to forgive you. So, ore no gyaiko wa zettai kuitomeraren. Kuitomeru means to hold off, to block. I didn't know this verb, I have to tell you. And then raren means you cannot. In this case, remember the rareru? So, zettai kuitomeraren, kuitomeraren is the negative way, very informal, because the regular way would be kuitomerarenai. But Vegeta, is very, very wild, so he goes like kuitomeraren zo. And the final particle that zo is usually, not usually, is just used by men, not by women. Because, this is important in Japanese. There are particles or there are expressions more for women and there are some other more for men. So again, ore no gyako wa zettai kuitomeraren zo. He should say zettai ni, but in this case he's just saying it the way he wants. This is so good. Chikyu, again, Earth. Morotomo, along with Earth. Uchu, universe. Uchu no, again, possession, relationship. Uchu no chiri, like dust. Ninare, become. So become space dust along with Earth. This is so interesting. Nani? So, ore no gyalik ho, my Gallic gun. Ore no gyalik ho to sokkuri. That means it's just like, it's very, very similar. So, Goku's energy in this Kamehameha is almost like his gyalik ho. Nani? Like, what's this? Ore no gyalik ho to sokkuri da. It's almost, or it's like my Gallic gun. It's identical as my Gallic gun. The animations is great. Kaioken, Yonbai. Remember? 4 times. Yonbai da. Kaioken, Yonbai da. 4 times Kaioken. Ika. I means good. Ka is for questions, the question particle. So, is that good? Meaning more like, are you sure about that? That could be the English translation. Osare, he's pushing me. Osare, osu is to push. Oseru is to be able to push. And osareru is the passive way of osu, which means I'm being pushed. So, I'm being pushed like osare. He's not saying the whole osareru, but because he's making it short. So, osare, I'm being pushed. Fwah, he goes away. This is the analysis of this scene. I hope that you learned a lot with this video and that you had fun. That's the most important thing. Maybe you're Japanese and you're learning English. That could be also interesting. Again, thank you very much for watching the video and see you soon.